Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola!
And welcome to Citizen Ho. Episode...
107. Yes, it's 107.
Holy shit. 107 hours of two idiots talking about nonsense.
I don't know about full hours, but I'd say we're at least 100 hours by now.
Oh, I'm Scott, that's Kevin, and here's what's going on.
Yeah.
So...
It's tough to talk about what's going on.
Yeah. So I actually want to talk about something that's sort of related to what's going on, but not really. So
Okay, talk.
How much of home automation have you gotten into?
Little bits here and there. And, obviously I know there's lots of talk of the whole Internet of Things.
Yeah. Well,
like refrigerators.
That was great. For those who don't know what we're talking about, the Silicon Valley might have been the finale might have been the best episode since the first season finale.
Possibly.
Where they save everything because Guilfoyle accidentally put the Pied Piper platform on Jin Yang's smart fridge, which then uploaded to all the other fridges and saved their asses.
Yeah. And kept the network running.
And
unbeknownst to them.
But no one's to us. That's actually a clever way to do it, though.
Well, here's the one thing is that I'd imagine that smart fridges don't have a whole lot of memory storage capabilities.
You know what? How much does a phone have? Anywhere from 16 to 128 gigs.
Yeah, but that's a phone.
I bet you the smart fridge has an operating system and stuff. I'd say at least 20 to 30 gigs. Don't forget storage is cheap now.
But why would you put it on something like a smart fridge? That doesn't really need it.
Was it actually?
It needs enough for the operating system.
And anything you add, not just the operating system, you add stuff to it, like it has to remember who you are and stuff.
Yeah, but that's not that much. It's not going to have that much free storage space available to store their data.
But Pied Piper compresses it significantly, though.
Still.
Oh, it's a stretch, but it was funny.
Yes, it was funny. But, yeah, the more I think about it, the more it's like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But anyway, I'm thinking about it. Like, I have three versions of home automation in my house right now. One is my lights in my bedroom. I can just say, okay, Google, turn on bedroom.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I have apps on my phone that control my temperature in my house and my garage door. But here's the thing.
Well, living in an apartment,
the light switches I could see coming in handy.
Yeah, possibly.
You don't really have a thermostat.
No, I do not.
And
the only thing I could get is like Wi-Fi enabled air conditioners. That would be pretty expensive to replace all of them. And I'm not about to do that.
And I don't think you have a garage door.
No.
But here's the thing. Part of the automation that they're getting into is like self-driving and self-aware things. So.
Oh, wait. Terminator.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I'm more concerned with hacking.
Okay. Do tell.
If everyone's in a self-driving car and foreign countries hack our network.
Russia.
Yeah, them. Do you
Vladimir Putin. Yeah, they could cause big problems, which is one of the issues with self-driving cars in the first place. But I think if they build in some kind of like human override.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like Demolition Man, self-drive. Remember
that? Yes. Still don't know how the damn 3 seashells thing works.
Somebody put a whole how-to on the internet once a couple of years ago.
Yes, I recall finding it once. Clearly they made it up, but
I really hope the DVD menu for that was just 3 seashells.
I don't have that on DVD.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
That's one of those movies that's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
I was supposed to see Spider-Man this week. Did not happen.
Spider-Man.
Does whatever a spider can.
More so than a spider pig.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
Does whatever a spider pig does.
That's been on HBO a lot lately.
Yeah, not so much in the last week or so, but before that I did
Maybe
come
June
across
was
it
in heavy rotation.
quite a few times.
I think they changed the rotations every month.
Maybe, yeah.
What are you doing?
Clearing out this extra page on my that was on my phone for a single icon that didn't need to be there.
Do you just use the standard Samsung launcher?
Yeah, I believe so.
I use Google Now launcher.
Okay.
I like it better. Makes my phone feel more like a phone.
Right.
I really want to use the Google Dialer, but it only works on Pixel phones.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Poor you.
Yeah, nobody suffers like me.
Yeah, bullshit.
That was mean.
Sorry, something was in my throat.
I don't love you anymore.
Anymore? You never did.
You could I'll put a rotary dialer on your phone.
Okay, that's actually kind of amusing.
I would
That's something that's so silly, I would probably do it.
But it takes so long to dial.
It's retro.
Because rotaries are the reasons that area codes are 212 in New York, right?
Yeah, because it was one of the easier area codes to have. Especially with rotary.
Exactly. Quick to dial.
I missed that one wall phone in my parents' house. It was a touch-tone phone, but you had an option to switch it to pulse. So you could sit there and quickly dial in a number, and then you had to sit there and listen to it go. It was amusing.
I'm trying to dial Kevin's number. It's taking too long.
That's how you used to have to do it.
I've never dialed this number by this.
And you're calling my phone using a rotary dial. Call still hasn't come through.
No, I stopped it before it went through.
Aww.
We're on a podcast. No time to fuck around.
Hey, you had enough time to go check on your smoker last time.
In my defense, it was important. It was meat. By the way, follow up to that, those ribs came out awesome.
They were good. They were just spicy.
Yeah, I followed a recipe.
Someone used a little too much cayenne pepper.
I put a teaspoon of cayenne in there.
Too damn much.
I'll skip the cayenne.
When it comes to cayenne, a teaspoon's a lot.
That's what the recipe called for.
So, who says you have to listen to that?
It was my first time making it.
Yeah.
And only half of them were...
I need water. I'm going to get water.
I got yelled at for smoky ribs, and he's going to get water.
I will only be gone for about 15 seconds. You were gone for a good 2 minutes.
Oh, piss off, you cockety cock smoker. Giant fucktard.
Hey, I'm just taking advantage of my ability to complain about this. Oops. I spilled water on your floor.
Wife's not going to be happy. Yeah, we're recording it today from our west... Don't worry about it, I'll dry up. Napkin right there if you want.
Where?
On the table.
Oh, yeah, there.
We had our annual Citizen Ho golf outing today.
Yay!
We were doing pretty good, but the last 4 holes, I think the guys in front of us just went really slow.
Decided they didn't care about
decorum
themselves anymore.
Rate of play.
Maybe they just had too many beers in them at that point. I don't know.
I don't get the whole beer golf thingy.
I think it's just guys hanging around outside doing guy shit. That's why, sometimes you see guys just toting around a big fat stogie.
Guys doing
gross.
guy shit.
Yeah, basically. Smoking cigars, drinking beer.
That should be a TV show on Spike. with that name.
Wasn't it already at some point? It just sounds like something they already had.
It's the Man Show.
Ah, yes. Ziggy Zaggy, Ziggy Zaggy,
Oi,
oi, oi,
oi,
oi.
oi.
Ziggy Zaggy, Ziggy Zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Ah, the fox.
I think he's dead.
He is dead. He died a while ago.
That show was on a while ago. Probably what, early 2000s?
That too. Yes. It started while we were in college. And now, girls jumping on trampolines.
Well, Kimmel went on to, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Adam Carolla went on to host a podcast and a radio show.
Yes. And Jimmy Kimmel went into that after a successful run on Win Ben Stein's Money.
I like that show.
I loved that show with him on it. He was hysterical.
He actually was playing for his money if you read the rules of it. If he won, he got to keep it. It's not basically somebody funded the money. If he won, he got paid for it. If he lost, he didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he got paid too, but.
Oh no, I'm sure he did, but.
Didn't he work for Nixon?
Yeah, he was a speechwriter for Nixon.
Wonder what he thinks about what's going on in our world today.
I don't know. I don't know if he still does, but he used to do commentary on. I want to say 60 Minutes, but I'm not sure if it was that or CBS Sunday Morning.
I was once within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
He was speaking at college, and he was walking through the student union while I was working, and he walked right past me.
Oh. Okay, then.
I didn't say it was impressive. I said I was once within 5 feet of him.
All right.
We also once saw Eli Manning sing karaoke.
Yes, we did.
I can never listen to Bon Jovi again.
Trust me, you can.
Well, that was painful, though. So it was Christmas Eve 2006.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you know why I know that? Because I was living in Jersey City then.
Okay, I know. We went to a bar on the east side.
We went to Iggy's on the Upper East Side, and we're sitting there walking in. My friend goes to me, he's like, "I think that's Eli Manning." I'm like, "No, what would he be doing here?" Holy shit, it's Eli Manning.
Yes, and his then girlfriend, I think now wife.
No, there was a girl. She wasn't there. He was with
He was with a girl.
The moral of the story is some girl was trying to hit on him too. It was kind of funny. And he sang the worst rendition of "Living on a Prayer" we've ever heard.
Hey, our rendition of "Don't Stop Believing" that night was pretty god awful too.
Better than his.
I don't think so. Ours was pretty bad.
Los Lobos. Oh, my friend was there.
Okay.
Those Lobos kick your ass. Those Lobos kick
Did they sing La Bamba?
Are they the ones who sing La Bamba?
Obviously they're quite known for it.
Really?
They were the band singing it on the soundtrack for the movie. And in fact, in the movie, the scene where he goes to Mexico and he sees a Mexican band singing La Bamba,
yeah.
That's Los Lobos.
I always get them confused with the guys who sang the Macarena.
No, that was I forget Los something else, but
Los Del Rio.
Is that it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, when their cover version of Richie Valens' La Bamba topped the charts in the U.S.
Yes. I think that's probably what they're most famous for. Outside of the Latino community, I suspect.
We were at a movie music festival today for a little bit. They've actually had some decent things there. A couple years ago, Norah Jones headlined.
Okay.
I forgot who was there last year. We didn't go because I was away, and I think it was the weekend of Max's birthday last year.
Maybe. I read something that they usually do at the weekend after July 4th.
Oh, I don't remember.
But good job, putz.
Oh, fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna go fuck the flying fuck fart.
When did this degenerate into just weird insults involving the word fuck?
In 19...
No.
So some sad news. Joan Lee died this week.
Oh, Stan Lee's wife?
Yes.
Okay, why is that so significant?
Well, they were together 70 years.
Well, okay, it's obviously significant for him.
She's technically the reason Marvel Comics became the reason they were.
Okay.
I've actually, a number of years ago, I was bored it was during the summer, and there was a documentary about Stan Lee on, so I watched it. It was actually quite interesting. So, he was working for what was then Timely Comics, and he was basically being like doing shit, and he was really frustrated. He was about to quit, and she goes, "Why don't you write one comic the way you want to write it before you go? Go out on the bang." That became the Fantastic Four.
Okay, then.
The Fantastic Four started the Silver Age of comics, I want to say.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know that much about comics.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what started Marvel on. It's the first family of Marvel for that reason.
Yeah, okay.
And she's been right along with him. I think she was in one of the cameos with him, too.
Was she?
Yeah.
Doesn't he live like somewhere on the South Shore of Long Island still?
I think he's in L.A. now.
Oh, is he?
I think he lived in the Bronx, actually.
I think he grew up in the Bronx. He may have even lived in Riverdale.
I was going to say this. I think he's from Riverdale.
I don't think he's original. Well, maybe. I don't know. He may have been born in the Bronx.
Well, his real name is Stanley Lieber.
Yeah, well.
Early life. He was born in the apartments of his Romanian Jewish... At the corner... He lived at West 98th and West End Avenue.
Yeah, that's definitely not the Bronx.
Yeah. They moved up to Washington Heights. He attended DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx.
Okay. And
it doesn't say much else after that. The thing that I've always liked about like the comic community is this like DC Marvel rivalry doesn't exist. They support each other. It's a fan rivalry.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of interesting.
See, crossover movie.
They've done crossover comics. The studios are the reasons they can't do the crossover movies.
Well, because the different studios own the movie rights?
Yeah. Well, DC is, I think, an entire subsidiary of Time Warner.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
That's why all their stuff's on Warner Brothers.
Yes, and the
Marvel, the Fantastic Four, and X-Men movie rights are owned by Fox.
Right. And the other ones...
Spider-Man was owned by Sony, and everything else was owned by Marvel. However, Spider-Man and Sony and Marvel struck a deal where Spider-Man would like go between the two, between Marvel Studios and Sony. Like, Spider-Man Homecoming is a Marvel Studios picture, also with like Sony.
Okay.
What are the big four? Fox, Sony, Universal, Disney.
Is Paramount still in the game?
Yeah,
or they're probably owned by somebody.
I think Paramount's part of Universal.
Maybe. I don't keep track of that anymore.
I think it's, GE Universal, Fox, Sony, Disney.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, there's a lot more indie houses now.
Yeah. But even Warner Brothers has an indie house, so...
Yeah. I like supporting independent filmmakers like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, except while he may be an independent filmmaker, he's still somewhat mainstream Hollywood.
Yeah. He calls himself a Z-grade celebrity.
I'd say he's definitely more than that.
The big six right now are... I don't know, Paramount... It is Paramount. It's Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, Fox, Universal, Sony, and Paramount.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
I didn't know Paramount was still not owned by a giant, larger conglomerate.
Yeah, I thought it was too. Paramount is part of CBS, I believe.
Nah.
Oh no, it's part of It's owned by Viacom.
Okay, but Viacom doesn't own CBS anymore.
They don't?
No, they spun it off into its own company again.
How many of them are evil?
They're all evil.
Oh fuck! I just closed my browser.
Shame, shame, shame.
Shame on you. We were going to call those guys about our health insurance.
Oh, really? Anyway, I guess it's about time to pay the bills, and then you can go into... Yes, it's almost 20 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Whatever. I'm paying the bills.
Fine, Jew.
Go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho, and you can sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as this one that my esteemed colleague can recommend right now.
Amazing, fantastic, incredible! By Stan Lee, Peter David, and Colleen Doran. Narrated by Peter Riegert and Stan Lee. Stan Lee, comic book legend and co-creator of Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Avengers, the Incredible Hulk, and a legion of other Marvel superheroes, shares his iconic legacy in the story of how modern comics came to be. Stan Lee is a man who needs no introduction. Why am I introducing?
I don't know.
It might be the basis for the documentary I watched, which I actually do recommend.
Sounds like it probably is.
I was watching another documentary today that I've seen before. Superman, The Death of Superman Lives.
Oh, yeah, I've seen at least parts of that. That's the one... Yeah, they talk about, like, all the
Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah. And they even have, like, I guess, screen testing from it. And...
Well, basically, do you know what John Peters is?
Yeah. I think I saw an interview with Kevin Smith about it, and he said, like, John Peters had, like, all these crazy ideas about what he wanted to do with the movie.
Well, that's part of the... Kevin Smith's in the documentary, too.
Yeah. No, I know. I've seen those.
I mean, John Peters is the reason we had the 1989 Batman movie.
Yeah.
But you know how he was originally like Cher's hairdresser or something like that?
Okay, then.
Yeah. And like, it's kind of funny. He really wanted this this battle with a giant spider.
Yeah.
Which later came out in the movie Wild Wild West. With Will Smith.
Yes, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've
seen that movie.
Terrible movie.
Yeah, more times than I care to admit.
It's watchable. It's just not good.
It has some decent scenes, but most of it's pretty stupid and far-fetched.
But like Tim Burton, I don't think Tim Burton was the right guy to approach for a Superman movie. I don't think Tim Burton was the right man to approach for a Batman movie. I don't think Batman or Batman Returns hold up.
Wait, 89 Batman?
I don't think it holds up today.
No, I still think it's a good movie.
Batman
Returns,
Batman Returns is just too... Batman Returns was too Burton.
I guess. And then the ones after that were stupid. But the original Michael Keaton Batman, I think, holds up fine.
Batman Forever was awful, and Batman and Robin is abhorrible.
Yeah, let's not even talk about those.
But the Dark Knight trilogy, my issue with those is if you take Batman out, the movie still works. Like, The Dark Knight Rises was a terrorism movie that Batman happened to be in. It's like the epiphany about Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Which I disagree with on a small scale, but...
Here's a question.
Yes?
Pick 5 movies that you have to watch at least once a year. You look like you're falling asleep.
No, I was... 5 movies that I have to... I don't know if I have 5 movies that I have to watch once a year anymore.
Like I have to watch Raiders at least once a year.
I used to try and watch, like, the Indiana Jones films around once a year. I used to try and watch Star Wars every so often. I try and watch Clue.
That's a great movie. I heard they're remaking it.
Like,
I try to watch Raiders. I try to watch the Star Wars trilogy. I can live without Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Last Crusade.
Raiders and Last Crusade I enjoy more, but...
I know you're a defender of Kingdom of Crystal Skull, but the more times I've seen it, the less times I like it.
The less times you like it?
The less I like it.
No, I never said it was a great movie. It's a fun Indiana Jones movie. I don't think it's as good as Raiders or Last Crusade. I've never held it up as being better.
I think Temple of Doom is better.
In some ways, yeah.
When I was a child,
my problem with Temple of Doom is that Kate Capshaw is annoying as hell.
I used to watch... Temple of Doom was one of the ones I would always watch when I was home from school because we had it on tape.
Well, Home from school, let's watch people eating monkey's brains and large bugs and people getting their heart pulled out of their chest.
I haven't seen Last Crusade in a really long time.
Really? I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but mostly just because of the little guy.
I may watch that. Yeah.
Download it onto your iPad. The floor's on fire. And the chair.
Maybe I'll bring the DVD with me and just watch it in the hotel room.
I find that if I just sit down and think, the solution presents itself.
I can just watch it for free?
Intolerable. What?
Oh, it's the trailer.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
do I buy it? I'm not going to buy it, but... here it is.
Figure it out a way to rip it off the DVD you already have.
I'm too lazy and surly.
Shirley? What?
Surly! Okay, a knife.
That's another bad movie that's fun to watch.
Do you own that one?
No, I do not.
Okay, good. That was one, like, the only reason I've seen it is because it was on, like, regular HBO, like, the mid-90s, it was on a regular HBO rotation.
Yeah. I think some family friends of ours had it on tape.
We're talking about Back to the Beach starring Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello.
And Lori Loughlin.
Lachlan.
Lori Loughlin. Yeah. And a brief cameo by Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that where he did the dance?
Yeah, he does. The bird is the word, yeah. Bird. Bird is the word.
Who played the son in that?
I don't know.
What?
Bobby. A.K.A. Surly, A.K.A. Knife. It's not nice. It's not nice.
The movie came out in 87.
Yeah, that's about right.
Cast. Bobby was played by someone named Demian Slade.
Okay.
Connie Stevens was in it. David Bowie, not David Bowie.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, Connie Stevens was Connie. The chick that was trying to steal...
Frankie.
Yeah, was trying to steal the big kahuna away from Lynette.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Fishbone. Don Adams was in it?
Yeah, Don Adams was the harbor master.
Barbara Billingsley.
Who was Stevie... Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan was...
Plays himself.
Yeah, he was probably just a guitar player with, like, Dick
That's
Dale
right,
or
Bob
something.
Denver was the bartender.
Yes.
Jerry Mathers was in it. Paul Rubens played Pee Wee Herman.
No shit.
Everybody's heard about the bird. Bird. You know, I'm actually disappointed in John Sterling that's not Greg Bird's home run call.
The bird is the word.
Yeah. That's kind of why I want Lucas Duda to become a Yankee.
Why? So I'll say, oh, Duda Day.
Guess who hit a home run today? Duda. Lucas hit the ball 5 miles long. Oh, the Duda Day. Are you saying because that's terrible, or because you can see him saying that?
Both. Glad I don't listen to Yankee games on the radio anymore.
I keep it. I have it on Sirius or XM, and I know what station they're always on.
Which
the only reason that's advantageous is when they're away, you get the away broadcast.
I can't tolerate them that well.
Oh man, I wish I could listen to the away broadcast. You know who they're playing this weekend?
Oh, the Brewers.
And who's their broadcaster?
Is it still Bob Uecker?
I think so.
How old is he? He's got to be getting up there.
Is it George Evans? Was that or George?
What?
Mr. Belvedere. He was the dad.
Yeah.
His name is George. He is 83.
Yeah, he's up there.
Is he still the broadcaster? He's still broadcasting for the Brewers.
Yeah. Well, hey, Vin Scully was still doing it for the Dodgers up until recently. Did he actually retire, or is he just doing like 10 games a year
He
now?
died.
No, he didn't die.
Vin Scully, oh wow, he's like 90.
Yeah.
He's retired.
He did finally retire?
Yeah. Wow. Holy cow, I forgot. He actually started in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
1950 was his first season with the Dodger.
yeah. He wasn't quite the regular broadcaster then, but
Wow.
yeah, he stayed with them, followed them out to L.A., and I think that's when he became more of like the official broadcaster for them.
I still got to imagine what it was like being in New York when both the teams left, and it was like overnight.
Well, they knew it wasn't overnight because they knew it was happening.
But like the thing is I don't.
It wasn't a secret.
I don't think the media coverage was like it would be today.
No, I think there was plenty of media coverage because watch.
I have to rewatch that.
Find the
Ghost of Flatbush.
Yeah, the Ghost of Flat. It's just called Ghost of Flatbush, but it's all they talk all about how the Dodgers moving to LA like leaked out and seeped out, and like it was covered by the news. They knew what was going on.
So
the thing was
Robert
that
Moses and Walter O'Malley didn't like each other,
basically, and like O'Malley was constantly denying it because he couldn't admit that what he was really doing, but. Especially by their last year there, he was he was basically just he wasn't saying that they were staying in Brooklyn, and he wasn't saying that he wasn't denying that they were going out to L.A., but he wasn't admitting it either.
So wait, where the proposed stadium they were going to build was going to be is basically where the Barclays Center is today.
Pretty much, yeah. As far as I can tell.
Because O'Malley was like, we need to make this accessible via the subway, by the train.
Well, he wanted to make it accessible by the Long Island Railroad because so many Dodgers fans had moved out to the suburbs. So he thought making it accessible to the LIRR would make it easy for people to come to games.
Which he wasn't wrong about.
No, he wasn't.
About 15 years
It
early.
just wasn't in it was more than that. It just wasn't in people's thinking at that time. People wanted to drive places.
I still think where they put the Mets ballpark was a smart place for it.
I mean, well, it was like...
Well, that's where Moses wanted the Dodgers to go, to Queens.
Yeah, well, because he saw that as the geographic center of the city, and he figured it was like having it in a central location made sense, but...
They didn't want to leave Brooklyn.
Yeah, O'Malley basically didn't want to have to leave. He didn't want to leave Brooklyn, and he didn't want to go to... he didn't want to go to Flushing Meadows because that's what Moses wanted. I think part of it was just ego between the two of them.
Yeah. And the Giants were leaving anyway, I thought, and he dragged them.
Well, the Giants
weren't drawing the crowds.
Yeah, they were looking into leaving, but they were going to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then O'Malley talked to the owner and said, "Look,
if I go to California, will you join me?"
Yeah, if I go out to California, you can, if I go out to LA, you can go out to San Francisco. And then he started looking at San Francisco, and they did it.
Well, no, because O'Malley needed someone to go to California with him.
He needed somebody he needed another team out nearby, because otherwise, their road trips would be horrendous.
O'Malley may have been a lot of things, but he was not dumb.
No, I mean, he was a smart businessman, and he was very shrewd.
Yeah. Did you ever see 42?
Yeah, I own it on Blu-ray.
Good movie.
Yes, it is.
It's very interesting. Like, it's impressive how a lot of the guys stood by him, and then the guys that the one that got traded to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, mostly his first year, he was basically on his own. He wasn't getting a ton of support from from the clubhouse, from the teammates. They were very, I don't want to say standoffish, but they were, I guess, they were very cautious around each other. Because that's also something from the Ghost of Flatbush.
I saw that. I think I was living with my parents when I saw that.
They talk a lot about Robinson's first year there.
A couple of things that Robinson was only... Didn't he beat Bobby Richardson? Was it Bobby Richardson? Who's the second black guy in baseball on the Giants?
No, I think you're thinking of Willie Mays, but he wasn't the second black guy in baseball. The second guy who came to the Dodgers was Roy Campanella, I think.
No, there was somebody who came 2 weeks after Robinson started.
No, Robinson was the only black guy on the team in 47.
No, on the team. I'm talking about in the majors. There was another African American that started the same season as Robinson. a couple weeks
Oh,
later.
that I have no idea about.
African Americans in baseball.
Ugh.
Might be Campanella.
No, Campanella didn't come until 48 at the earliest. Campanella was a Dodger.
I want to say it was Satchel Paige, but Satchel Paige
No.
never played in the majors.
No, he did. He played for Cleveland, I think. He was much older by the time he did.
The 10 first African Americans in baseball. Ernie Banks, Willie Mays was 7. Sam the Jet Jethro. Monty Irvin. Willard Home Run Brown. Hank Thompson. Larry Doby. Larry Doby started in 47 also on July 5th.
Okay.
Robinson was April 15th. So it was a couple months. I knew it was the same season.
Okay. Who did Larry Doby play for?
Cleveland.
Okay. So that's American League. That wouldn't even have affected Robinson. They never would have even run into each other.
They didn't play in the series. They wouldn't have played in the series, though.
No.
Cleveland made the series in 50 something. They won. It was the last time they won.
Something like that.
Like
53.
50.
No, 55 was the year the Dodgers won.
I thought it was 56.
No, 55.
Then 54 and
54 was the
Yankees.
Giants against.
the Yankees won the year before the Dodgers won.
The Giants won in 54.
And then the Giants didn't. I know the Giants never won in California until like 4 years ago.
Yeah. 54, I'm 98% sure was the year the Giants won.
List of World Series champions. Here we go. Winners. 50s. Okay. Okay, the Yankees won in 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53.
Yes.
Giants 54. Fucker.
Yep.
Dodgers 55. Yankees 56. Milwaukee 57. Yankees 58. Dodgers, Los Angeles 59.
Yes.
When did Cleveland win then?
47? No. 48? 49?
48.
Okay.
I thought they won in the 50s.
I thought they did too, but.
Wow. This is that golden age of baseball. From 49.
49 to 57?
No, 57 was the World Series was still in New York. 49 to 58, the World Series was in New York every year.
Oh, yeah.
Because in 49, the Yankees won. 50, Yankees won. 51, the Yankees won. 52, the Yankees won. I mean, 51, 52, 53, 50, and 55, it was New York versus New York.
Yeah.
56 was a Subway Series. 57, the Braves beat the Yankees.
Okay.
58, the Yankees beat the Braves. 59, the Dodgers would beat the White Sox. And then 60 was the Pittsburgh versus the Yankees, and Pittsburgh won. 61 and 62, the Yankees won, clearly.
Yeah.
And then I don't think after 62, I don't think the Yankees made another appearance until 77, right?
No,
Yeah.
well, they were in the series
76.
in 76.
That's right. 77 and 78 they won.
Yes.
Then they didn't win again until 96.
Didn't they go to the series in 79 and then again in 81?
Nope,
They just
not in
lost?
79. In 81, they lost to
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Oh, they didn't go to the series in 79?
79 was Pittsburgh versus Baltimore.
Okay.
Impressed. Boston Red Sox. Fuckers. It's still interesting. Like, I think I know the Yankees have the most appearances and stuff, but it's like so dominating how many more they have than anyone else.
Yeah, well, if you won it every year for like 3, 4, 5 years straight.
The Yankees are 27 for 40. The Giants are 8 for 20.
St.
Louis has 11.
Yeah, I was going to say the team with the next most wins is St. Louis. So.
It used to be 9, but they've won twice in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Then the Dodgers have 6. Oakland has 9. The Dodgers have 6. It's in order. It's in numbers of appearances. That's why. The Dodgers have 18 appearances. Oakland 14. Boston's won 8 World Series.
Yeah, they won a bunch before 1918.
Mm.
They were like the premier team in the league.
Mm. And then the Babe Ruth trade.
Yes.
There's 2 teams that have never been in a World Series. Who are they?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know.
Seattle and Washington.
Okay.
Which is ironic because Seattle's in Washington, but different Washington. There's a bunch of teams that have never won one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that have never won one. The Mariners, the Nationals, the Rays, the Rockies, the Astros, and the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, no. Sorry, Texas and San Diego have never won one also. It's in years of appearance.
Yeah.
The Yankees won again. Hopefully they'll turn this into something.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I mean, they're a young team.
It's the pitching that's the problem right now. All right. Since we're in the same week as last week, we're not going to be able to really we don't know shit about movies. So we're going to kind of look back at the ones that we weren't able to review last week.
Which was most of them.
Yeah. So let's do that, and then we'll bid it a night because Kevin has a tired baby downstairs.
Yes. We got to go home and get him and his mommy to bed.
Let's look up Austin something.
What?
Austin Found. Both Kevin and Scott gave it a rotten, and it is rotten. That's the one with Linda Cardellini, someone else I can't read. Do you take this man? That was the gay movie.
Chuck and Larry.
But that wasn't. They weren't gay in Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
And still no reviews. Hickok.
Caulk.
Fresh, 60%. Quark. Motherfucker. Santoaya. No reviews.
Boo earns.
Super powerless. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
La 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 la.
I can't even find
Hurry
it.
up. Slacker.
There we go. 0%.
Awesome.
No, 0%. There's no reviews. It's just 0% want to see it.
Yeah, okay.
Undercover Grandpa. Sounds like they're abusing your son down there. Still no review.
Yeah, what else?
One review, Rodden. Alright. I think we'll cut it a little short this week.
Yeah, this wasn't that short. This is pretty standard length.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we suck.
Most of them are around like 45 minutes or so. Some of them go up to an hour, but.
All right. Well, you can tweet us or Instagram at CitizenHoPod. Facebook.com/CitizenHo. Tweet us. Like us on Stitcher, Google Play Music, and iTunes. Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
iTunes.
Don't forget to vote us at the Podcast Awards under Comedy Podcast.
Oh yeah. Vote.
The link is on our Facebook, www.podcastawards.com, the People's Choice Award. Thank you, and be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station.